welcome back to That's Life with John Carver. This is episode number 262. I'm calling this episode Get Off the Assembly Line. Get off the assembly line. Now, beginning way back in the 1800s, the Industrial Revolution trained many people, millions of people, to become part of a system where they did the same thing day in and day out, week in, week out, year in and year out. And mass production was one of the only options for a lot of people. And as a result of this system, a very small percentage of people became wealthy. You may have heard of some of them over the last 150 or 200 years. Now, if you extend that illustration out to today, most people in the United States of America have been institutionalized their whole lives. I'm not talking put into an insane asylum, but this system started in grade school through adulthood. They've been taught, you've been taught, I've been taught, to follow this groupthink model. They continue to fall into this assembly line model of living, even though assembly lines, for the most part, in the United States have been long gone. My favorite author, one of my favorite authors, is a gentleman named Seth Godin. And he writes, quote, "There's a huge difference between a replaceable cog on the assembly line and being one who is missed, the one with a unique contribution, the one who made a difference." Society is trying to force you and I to become cogs in an assembly line model that is long since outdated. We sometimes don't know about certain things and ideas because we haven't heard about them, because maybe some of us haven't taken the initiative to investigate certain things. And then when we don't investigate certain things, you and I become stuck in our routine, in our belief system. This habit, if you will, by accepting what we're told, is really dumbing down America in a big way. The boundaries in which assembly line thinking really takes place is whereby we don't see beyond our own boundaries. We don't invest the time to see beyond our own boundaries. Your own left and right mental boundaries really keep you in the mindset that you've been in for decades. So the secret, I think, to not maintaining the status quo or the assembly line mentality is to always be curious. Rowan Atkinson, the gentleman who played Mr. Bean in several films, he put it this way, which I really like. He said, quote, "It's important that we're exposed to a wide spectrum of opinion." Again, it's important that we're exposed to a wide spectrum of opinion, but what we have now is the digital equivalent of the medieval mob roaming the streets looking for someone to burn, unquote. It's a heavy statement, but if you think about it, it's very true. Fear is another tool that is leveraged in astounding ways. If you start paying attention to how fear is promoted in the media as a way to control millions of people into maintaining that assembly line mentality, it's crippling. It destroys the mind. That is, fear destroys the mind. So when other people attempt to influence the outcome of your life and the outcome of millions of other people's lives, the wise person really needs to look deep, really deep, at the sources and methods of those who control the assembly line mentality in society. So the platforms that you and I choose to base our beliefs will determine our actions. Again, the platforms by which you and I choose to base our beliefs will determine our actions. So in my experience, I've come to the conclusion that no one platform has all the answers to life's problems. So maybe a couple of ways, a few ways for you to kind of get out of your own bubble and your own boundaries is to learn how to identify people in your life, those people that are hardwired certain ways, the extroverts and the introverts, and how they go through society, how you see them in society, and how they see you. Dig into the why behind the messages that those who continue to promote the assembly line mentality for others to continue to follow. Again, dig into the why behind those messages. Why is that information constantly being shoved down your throat? Source all information, because information is not always knowledge. Again, information is not always knowledge. It's essential that you read information that challenges your long-held belief systems. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't get stuck into the one little bucket that's all you read about and that's all you study and that's all you assume is true. Read information that is counter to what you think is true, and your mind just opens up to a lot of other things. So when you trust society to give you the information that you think you really need or is true, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get gypped, you're going to get cheated, you're going to get manipulated, you're going to get lied to. So what seems to be true might not be true. Again, what seems to be true might not be true. So get off the mental assembly line, and because you deserve more in your life. My name is John Carver. Thanks for watching.